Morning, everybody. Just to let you know that few will also join to the presentation, so we'll make a slow introduction, but still we can start here. I hope you're all doing well. So now I will invite all the partners to open their camera, so you can all see who will speak for today's. We'll keep it open for the introduction. So now if the speaker can open the camera. Good morning, all. Well, it is a pleasure. Good morning, everybody. Well, for all the participants here joining us, it is a pleasure having you here today for our webinar on the presentation of the European Project Ufo. I really hope you can all hear me well. Before starting, I just want to inform you on some technicalities of the webinar. It may happen for some of you, but during the presentation, you can ask questions to the speakers while clicking on the question icon on the side of your computer, like the picture. If the icon is not accessible, you can also ask directly to the address mail bouchard@aerospacevalley.com. Some general information about the webinar. Well, it will last for an hour and a half maximum. The question will be collected and answered at the end of the presentation. This webinar is recorded and will be available directly on our website, ufoproject.eu, as soon as possible. So now, with this introduction, and without any further delay, let me introduce you all the speakers of today's presentation. From all the cluster partners of UFO, including Coralia, Knowledge Transfer Network, Finance Innovation, Minalogic, Cloge IT, Marine Southeast, ICT Cluster, and our partners, Climate Kick, we have the chance today to welcome Panayotis and David, respectively from Coralia and Minalogic, to share with you the key information of the Project Ufo. During this presentation, David, we also welcome Nicolas Levy from the company Citizen to introduce you the methodology for the coming ideation sessions. Also, to complete our group of speakers, we have the pleasure to introduce you a special guest today from Atos. Let's meet Laurent Clergue, whom will present to you some additional support he will bring to you during the ideation session of the Project Ufo. And of course, this webinar hosted by Aerospace Valley and myself, Tade. So now to let you focus on the presentation, we can ask the speaker, to close their camera. The agenda of today will be composed of 5 key points. It first is about the information of the Project Ufo, the specificities on the open call. We'll talk about the methodology and the collaborative work we're planning. We also have Laurent Clergue who will present an additional support from Atos, and we'll conclude this presentation with the Q&A section. So the main objective of this webinar is really to give you the important information about the project, how to apply to the coming open call, and also to invite you to the coming ideation session that will happen in the coming weeks. Now the information about the Project Ufo. Ufo is a European project from the InnoSup 1 funding program. It is based on a cascade funding scheme with a budget from the Horizon 2020 financial instrument from, of course, the European Union. The main purpose of Ufo actually is to support the SMEs in the cross-sectorial value chain development. We are a consortium of European clusters from which we'll all get benefit. So indeed, we are seeking for transnational and transsectorial collaboration between SMEs to develop innovation. So in this context, Ufo aims at financing collaboration of European SMEs to enhance the value chain of targeted industries by providing innovative products or services, integrating new embedded technology solutions in the small flying object. Those small flying objects includes the drones, high altitude platform systems, and the small sat. Here in this slide, I really wanted to share with you those targeted industries where the small flying object will give value. It includes activities from the mobility, environment, blue growth, finance and insurance, climate, and the digital, creative, and gaming industry. It's worth to mention that in order to reach one or many of the sustainable development goals defined by the United Nations, we wanted to make as much as possible the environment challenges visible in all of the other sectors. We made a difference between environment and climate sector toward the transition, energy transition. The climate is focused on, well, changing the industry, the transition of energy, while the environment sector is more for securing and keep it safe, the land, air, and soil. Here, for more detail on the embedded technology aimed to boost the value chain of each industry, we wanted to support the technologies mostly related to the data management, the embedded sensor, and of course, what we call the key enabling technologies. As few examples, it includes internal processor, internal computer, AI, SAR or optic sensor. We also talk about everything that is related to nano or microelectronics, but of course, the list is way longer. So I will finish the introduction with this slide. Here you can visualize the possibilities of the project. It really is to foster the collaboration of 2 or more SME to boost one of the 6 industries. I listed a few examples of use cases for each industry, but as the embedded technology, the list is not exhaustive, but there are definitely some key challenges we want to address. So how we want to help you in fostering the project? Well, we will organize later in the coming weeks some ideation sessions where you will have the opportunity to meet other SMEs and industry experts from the 5 countries of the partners. This includes France, United Kingdom, Greece, Bulgaria, and Romania. In those sessions, you will have the time and space to think or develop some of the project you have in mind. But for more information, we'll come on this after the Panagiotis presentation. So now, let's take a moment to talk about the Open Call and its working system. And to do so, I will introduce you Panagiotis from Coralia. And normally, Panagiotis, you can share your screen correctly.
Okay.
You can start. Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning to all. I hope you can see my screen. Is it okay today?
Yeah, we can see. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you too. So I'll make a brief presentation of these specificities, let's say, of the open call. What we offer and how we offer this cascade funding that Thaddeus mentioned before. So okay. So what we have actually technologies from the one side, technologies that comes from small flying objects like small sats, high altitude platforms and drones. And we have also emerged, sorry. By the way, Thaddeus, is my camera on or okay, fine.
No, your camera is closed, it's okay.
It's okay, okay, so there is my picture there.
No, there is no. We can just see your
okay.
presentation.
No, okay. Let me put my picture too.
Okay.
Is okay?
Yes.
Okay, and also you see my presentation.
Yes, exactly.
Right, great. Sorry about this. So
No
from
problem.
the
No problem.
okay. So from the side, we have the technologies, small flying object, embedded CATs. CATs are the technologies as defined by the European Union that has to do with photonics, microelectronics, advanced manufacturing, etc. And and we have also ICT technologies. And from the other side, we have emerging industry. So we have identified 6 emerging industries: mobility technologies, climate, environment, blue growth, digital creative and gaming, and finance and insurance that can get benefit from the technologies that we mentioned before. So the UFO project, what it does, it collects challenges and needs from the end users and the markets, enhances collaboration of SMEs from the different sectors to make, let's say, the application available in the market, and more specifically in these 6 emerging markets that we have identified. So what is the funding opportunity? The funding opportunity is the UFO has to cascade, let's say, in funding 3 million euros in direct financial support and 600,000 euros to innovation services provided by UFO partners. So how we're going to do this? We're going to make 2 calls for proposals. The first call is going to be launched the very next week, actually, end of next week, 27th of November. And the submission deadline is going to be on 5 p.m. on the 18th of February 2021. The call is going to be open for 2.5 months, maybe a bit more. And we're going to open a second call, which is going, the date will be announced later on. It's going to be launched, however, in the second quarter of 2021. And the deadline will be in August or September, maybe in August or maybe late July. We have to decide about this. Also, for this first call, we allocate 1.5 million euros, which means it's actually the half of the direct funding for the whole project. So how we do it? We offer 3 voucher types: one for feasibility study, one for demonstration, and one for market and business development. So the feasibility voucher, it has to do with a technology feasibility analysis in a given market sector, identification of need development for technology and similar things. Or you may have to adapt and develop a technology for a given market sector. This also can get financial support. Or you have an analysis of a new project concept for emerging industry using these technologies that we are discussing. So also this is to get some financial support. The duration of the feasibility project it has been envisaged from 3 to 8 months. Then we have the demonstration projects. Demonstration projects is you have a project, you have a product or service at a specific level of readiness, let's say, and you want to get a bit further. And you want also to go to a market with this product service. So this is something that we also finance, we fund, and these projects have to be from 6 to 12 months. So these are the demonstration. You want to develop at the better stage, let's say, technology you already have for a specific market. And then it's the market and business development projects that it's more to do a market study and business development for a product you already have. You want to explore a market, you want to see what's the potential of your product there. So it's another activity that is funded. These projects are envisaged from 3 to 8 months. So what is the budget we have out of the 1.5 million euros that it's secured for this call? We expect that the feasibility to fund the feasibility projects up to a level of 400,000 euros, demonstration projects up to a level of 850,000 euros, and market and business development projects at the level of 250,000 euros. So we expect that in this way we will, let's say, support about 20 projects, more or less, can be less or more, depending on the amount requested, and we expect to give benefit to about 40 SMEs. So, what is the budget level, let's say, that we offer for all of these vouchers? For the feasibility voucher, we offer 10 minimum up to 30,000 euros per SME and 60,000 euros per project. As Thaddeus mentioned before, or anyway, in the next slides, we need to have cooperative projects, meaning that we are not funding just one SME, but we need to see at least 2 SMEs. So coming back to the financial support for each SME, for the feasibility, we offer 10 up to 30,000 euros per SME and 60,000 euros per project. For the demonstration projects, we offer 60,000 euros per SME and 150,000 euros per project. And for the market and business development, we are offering 20,000 euros per SME and 40,000 euros per project. Now I come to this that I mentioned before, the eligibility criteria. The basic eligibility criterion is to be an SME. And an SME in accordance with the SME definition of the European Union. So then the SME should be a member of one of the UFO cluster or having an office in one of the UFO regions, meaning Bulgaria, France, Greece, Romania, and the United Kingdom. We need also to see consortia. So it should be formed consortia of at least 2 SMEs. One from the technology sector, let's say, small flying objects, embedded CAD, ICT, and one market from the emerging market of the 6 industries that we are looking at. So so we need consortia. The proposal should be a solution for one of these markets. Okay, taking in advantage the technologies mentioned as well. So it should be a proposal that addresses a problem in the market and gives a solution to the market, to one of these markets. So applications also should be in English. And the application is going to be online via an online submission tool that you can find on our website and on the UFO website. And the submission is going to be automatically submitted. The proposal will be automatically submitted electronically, let's say, submitted there. So we make all possible effort to make the application as easy as possible. We don't want to give too much trouble and work to the applicants. However, we want to see a clear solution, and we want to see a clear proposal for what they want to do. So additional things that you have to take into consideration is the project duration, that for feasibility and market and business development is from 3 to 8 months. And for the demonstration project, it's 6 to 12 months, meaning that we cannot fund a project that it's 24 months or whatever. We have to do this both. The reason is that, first of all, the amount offered is not that high, let's say, to justify such a long project. And the second is that we have to make 2 calls within the duration of the project, which is 30 months. So we have to be quite short in project implementation. And last but not least is that cross-border consortia are encouraged, let's say, and they will get some preference in the valuation. So this slide shows the eligible expenses. What is eligible? Actually, 2 things are eligible: SMEs costs and subcontracting. The SMEs costs are the standard costs, staff costs, equipment costs, but please take into consideration that it's only depreciation for the duration of the project regarding equipment costs. Also travel, whatever travel, maybe it's not that important these days, or that easy, let's say. So these are the types of costs we support, and we have some, let's say, limitations. So for the feasibility and for the demonstration, the staff cost can be up to 80%, while the subcontracting cost, the maximum can be up to 50%. For the market and business development, we have a different approach. The SME internal cost can be maximum 20%, and the rest is for subcontracting. The idea is that many SMEs, they don't have the internal capacity, let's say, or potential to do a market and business development study. So we want to encourage them to find an expert from the market and do the work that they can do, and we support certainly this activity. Now, some few words regarding the evaluation criteria. The evaluation criteria for feasibility and demonstration projects for all are more or less the same, but we have a bit modified from, let's say, feasibility and demonstration that have to do more or less with technology, let's say, development, validation, etc. And with market and business development, which is a bit different. So in any case, the criteria are scientific excellence, implementation, and impact. These are the major criteria. So in scientific and technological excellence for the feasibility demonstration, we have also sub-criteria: the quality, the scientific and technical quality, and the business need. We need a description of this, innovative potential and novelty and originality of the proposal, feasibility of the proposal as described by the work plan, and things like this that will count for the grade for the scientific and technological excellence. In quality and efficiency of the implementation, we have the quality, the complementarity, and the relevant experience of the individual participants of the consortium, the appropriateness of the management structures and procedures, including risk and innovation management, and the coherence and effectiveness of the work plan, including appropriateness of the allocation of tasks and resources. So this has to do with the implementation of the proposal, of the project. And at the potential impact, we want to hear some things regarding the economic impact, the social and environmental impact, and the market and value chain impact. We want to see how your product and solution gives has impact on the market, socially, economically, and value chain. So, and finally, the cross-border partnership, again, that will give, if there is, will give an extra bonus, let's say, to the final grade. The evaluation criteria for the market and business development, I said, more or less the same: excellence, implementation, potential impact, with some slight bigger or lesser differences. In the excellence, we want to see the objectives, the concept and methodology, and the expected outputs, results of your study, of your market and business development. In the implementation, we want to see that there is somebody that can implement it, this project, and give you the results that you wish. And the potential impact, the economic, social, and environmental impact, and market and value chain that will have if your product is applied, let's say. Again, the cross-border partnership gives an extra bonus. And some few words regarding the scoring mechanism. Each sub-criterion, if you remember, there are 3 basic criteria that have some sub-criteria. So each sub-criterion, it's what we rate. We rate it from 1 to 5, and then we add to get the grade for each criterion. And then we add the 3 criteria to get the total grade. The total grade of the proposal is normalized to 100 points. Now, for the feasibility and the demonstration, we have different, let's say, weighting. So the scientific and technological excellence, we weight with 35 points, meaning 35%. The quality and the efficiency of the implementation, we weighted with 25%, meaning 25 points. And the potential impact, we weighted to 40% of the proposal of 40 points. So we give some extra weight to the potential impact we like to see. And I mean, this is also the direction of the European Commission, that we need to fund solutions that they have really some impact. Impact for the companies and for the general ecosystem. So for the market and the business development, we have slightly different, but similar the same. So excellence is 40 points, 40%, implementation 20%, and impact again 40%. So the threshold now for the criteria is 60% of the maximum score of each criterion. So meaning that in order for a proposal to be eligible for funding, it needs to get 60% above the baseline for each criterion, and overall 70% of the baseline. So proposals that are below these lines will not be considered for funding. We hope that we could fund all proposals that they are above 70% of the total grade, but maybe this is not possible if the proposal. So we'll make a ranking, and the highest rank proposals will get funding. The cross-border partnership, if it exists, it will give a 5% push in the final score. This is still under discussion in the consortium and with the project officer, but I think this is what we will end up. So, just as a final slide, the application at a glance. So you need 2 SMEs in order to do it. The SMEs should be from the UFO partnership countries, meaning Bulgaria, France, Greece, Romania, and United Kingdom. Remember that the maximum funding is 60,000 euros per SME if you have a demonstration project. Otherwise, for feasibility and business development are lower. If you recall, 10,000 to 30,000 for feasibility and 20,000 for market and business development. So other entities like industries, universities, research institutes, public authorities are all welcome to participate, however, are not eligible for funding. Please remember that funding get only SME. And the SME should be based in one of the UFO partnership countries. However, the others can be subcontractors or end users to the eligible SMEs. Also, SMEs from other European countries are very welcome too, but they are not to get direct funding from UFO project. They can get the funding from the SME that it's getting funded, not funding actually, they can get paid from the SME that it's funded for their services to the proposal. So that's all. If you like, probably, Thaddeus, I think we have questions at the end. We'll get questions.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. We already have some questions, but we'll keep them for the end.
Okay.
Some of them will be answered with the rest of the presentation. So.
Okay. So I give the floor then to David. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I don't have any other slide. It's end. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Panagiotis, for your presentation. Yeah. And now we can introduce David from Mineralogic, that will talk about the other step of the project, which are the ideation session and the methodology and collaborative work. So I will let him introduce his work. Thank you all.
Thank you, Panayotis, and thank you, Tede. Thank you to everybody to be here today. So I'm going to speak about the methodology and the collaborative work we would like to share with you during this first call, and to help you to be ready for bringing the best project you can. So I would like to begin with a few reminders, and I will show you some feature from the tool we would like to use for the ideation sessions. And finally, I will speak about the methodology that we will use with you to make these ideas to transform the ideas to projects. So we would like to, during the few days, the few coming days, drive innovation through meetings and ideation sessions. The first meeting today is a first step to do that, and we would like with you develop several opportunities to meet partners, to share vision, interests, and needs, and finally to collaborate in order to answer to the first open call. Due to the COVID-19 crisis and this context, specific context, we would like to go deeper in the digitalization way of working, and we would like to suggest you to discover a new tool, which is so far visual collaboration software. Remember the main date. As we said before, we have two important dates, the 3rd and the 7th December for ideation session. So I let you register for the accurate ideation session according to the market you want to investigate. You have the possibility, of course, to be present at different ideation sessions if you are interested or concerned by different markets. But what you have to know, independently of this ideation session, is that we propose you to discover the tools so far during some session, which are not mandatory, of course, but in which we can show you how software is working and check that everything is technically right for the session, for the ideation session. So we have a first software vestibule at the end of the month, 30th November, and the second one is the 4th December in the morning. So as I said, SOFA is a visualization collaboration tool. It's a tool edited by the software editor Tamacher, which is a French company. As tools like Mural, Miro, Klaxoon, or Bicas, you have already used perhaps before. SOFA is offering main functionality to communicate, to share documents through Widescreen, especially, and to interact in order to manage multinational collaboration. So you have two view modes in which you can first prepare a meeting, or secondly to have a more interactive collaboration for brainstorming and ideation session. So this view mode we will use with you for the ideation session. Few words about the requirements. We recommend to use Windows, but you can use a Mac too. And for the browser, we recommend Google Chrome. The materials that are recommended is to have a headphone and a mouse in order to facilitate the navigation and the interaction. So I give you just a few illustrations of what you will see during the ideation session. So as I said, there is the biggest picture is the room view. So you can see all the tables and the room in which you enter when you are connected. We will begin with this view, and when we are going to work more precisely about the thematics during the session, we will switch to a table. So we will see only a table. To enter in the table view, you just have to click and select a seat in order to switch to the right table. So when we work in your table, you don't understand what other table do. I give you some indication too about some specific tables too. The extra table at the top of the screen is a table dedicated for the animator, super animator, sofa super animator, which is the coordinator of the speaking authorization and so on. It will animate the global session and will guarantee that everything will go in the right way. We have another table at the bottom, the technical table, which is more dedicated for the technical problem. And if you have a problem with the audio or the video or something else, or you need sorry, I have a blank. If you need to repair something and to be able to contribute efficaciously, we have persons from Tamaware who will be present to help you for that. I give you some link to the toolbar, the communication bar, which is a way to contribute by adding some post-it or to communicate by chat and so on. During the session, so you will see one room, one extra table with a software administrator, session animator, citizen, which is a super facilitator. We'll introduce Nicolas after, and some experts, and Laurent here with us will speak after me. We have one technical table, as I said, and we have only maximum 14 tables per session with 8 participants maximum per table and 1 facilitator by table. The facilitator will be seated at the green seat. It's important when you register and when you will connect to the sofa session to enter your first and last name and your company in order to be able to see correctly and to be really notified by the others. One characteristic to remember for the session is when you are speaking, your mouse will be your hand. Will be you can see your hand when you move your mouse. There is a hand and not an arrow. And when you speak, your hand is green. Let's go now in the methodology description. So we selected Citizen as a facilitator to help us to help you to build your project together, and the methodology suggested by citizen is divided into four main steps, as you can see in the logo in the middle. So the first step, understand, is the step aiming at giving a time for roundtables to bound and understand everyone's goal and priorities. The unit one is aims at taking a moment to go from I to we and analyzing the group's strengths and limitations regarding the challenge posed. The next step aims at identifying new ideas as a group and start zooming at the most promising one. And the last one is empower step, which aims at building a strong deliverables that clarify what the core consortium is about, but allow for further pivot to idea mature. Concretely, it means that we build the ideation session is in 4 phases. The first one is more an introduction and inspiration one. So it's a moment to get people a ride and to offer you a general presentation of the day, of the half day, the session, and to present you the use case according to the market sector concerned. And Nicolas will speak and present the methodology during this first phase. The phase one of the methodology is a roundtables forward. So you will switch to the room view at this time, and you will become an astronaut. It means that it's more breaking ice moment to present yourself and to discover people around the table. And so phase dedicated to develop some first synergies between SMEs. The phase two is the ideation one, the core one, and it's based on the anti-solution approach, which in a few words means that you will think about the more improbable, funny, crazy ideas, and then from these ideas you will define what you have to do to make this crazy idea realizable, and to make more concrete some solution to try to make these ideas happen. So and you will collect all this wording about the solution you bring to go to the last phase, so exploration one, and to define the consortium canvas. So you will think about how to implement the project and to identify the strengths of everybody, or what you have to do to make this idea happen. And that's it for me.
Thank you very much, David. Just as a very clear presentation, thank you for presenting the explanation and explaining the next SME matchmaking and development project steps. I hope everything is clear, but if you still, I can remind you that if you need some information, it's time to, you can ask question, and at the end of the presentation, I will collect and ask them to the presenter. Otherwise, now we may have a bit of questions. So if I don't have the time to use all of the questions during this presentation, we may just answer them on our website and contact you directly for a specific topic. But now Nicolas didn't join us yet, as he is busy till 11. So I will ask if Laurent can introduce himself first, and when Laurent will be done with his presentation, we can go on with Nicolas' brief introduction on his methodology. So if Laurent is good for you, I will share
it's good.
your screen. Perfect. So thank Laurent for being here, and the floor is yours.
Thanks. Do you see my screen? I'm not sure.
Yeah, we can see. Yes.
Yeah. Thanks so much. I'm really happy to be here today to present our activities. I think really complementary with the Ufo project and all of the initiative present just before me. The idea for me is to present our activity in the business in line with our activities in space imagery services, and try to be clear on how we could contribute on your project in first in the ideation phase, and after in the growing of the different projects. It's today the idea, and to contribute with our experience on the ideation, and after to find the best way to go on the market, to have a good time to market, and limit the risks to have big benefits quickly. What is Mundi for Atos? Mundi is a space imagery platform financed by the European Commission. His commission name is DIAS. You could find 5 DIAS in Europe, and Atos is one of the 5. We have a proposition value on growing businesses. It's really my activity, because I'm working to develop an ecosystem of partners in this scope of imagery, and we observe for the moment physical limits to cover all of the use cases in the monitoring of the Earth in different activity sectors, and it's clearly the reason why I'm really interested to contribute in your dynamic, and find common interest to go together on this different market at the global scale. Then to focus on what we do, we store all of images provided by the Copernicus program. Copernicus program is around 6 types of satellites, and the idea is to have access to free data, and to have a monitoring of all parts of the atmosphere, from the ground to the top of atmosphere, to monitor events around vegetation, crises, atmosphere problematics, and so on. We have chosen to develop our platform on cloud technology, and we have plugged different big data technologies to help algorithms and services to run quickly, and to have a scalability easily. Our strength is very axis on the time to market, because Atos is a private company, is a world private company, and our activity is really on the business. Then how to transform high scientific problematics in simple services, easily sellable. That's just a reminder what is the satellite, but I think you know it, and I can explain more after if there is a question. My interest today is clearly to combine, in the first bullet, to combine satellite with I indicate data with in situ or enterprise data. It's the same way with small flying objects, in fact. because today we have just access to satellite, and we have a frequency of around 5 days of observations, and we try to have complementary accuracy in first and precision, and also capabilities to have a fixed point on the observation to monitor events with, for example, an hour steps. We don't have that today with technology provided by satellite. Then we try to find solutions around balloons and other solutions, and it's the reason why I'm really happy to present our activity and find perhaps collaborations. Concerning the growing of the business, the idea for us is to use the capabilities and the strengths of Atos in the world, and our implementation and our relationships with customers, because we have a lot of contracts in all the countries. We have 73 implantations in 73 countries, and with these implementations we can discuss with all of other countries in the world, and it's really interesting to know that, because when we have a new project interesting to develop new business, we have established at this moment the quick process to communicate a new offer directly at the global scale, to find opportunities very quickly towards our customers and new markets. To precise on the platform, because we have a technical problematic also, I could show what is really the platform. You see here the marketplace, and you could go on after this presentation. And for the example, I want to show different partners running already with us, and I can show from the marketplace. Here we have a different level of services, from data to end user services and add value services, etc. Then I want to show directly one demo done with one partner. We have done this one in real partnership. The partner provide the algorithms and scientific knowledge, and Atos provide the platform and the commercial effort. And in this case, we have a global deployment in this application, who show decision help in front of hot temperature, in front of the climate change. And this service is packaged on a sales kit in our activity. Just for the example. Then in our relation with Ufo project, we have different elements to propose. For sure, technical elements with a cloud platform, but it's not the key of the problem for you today. I can explain what is the data collection really already usable. Tool collections, perhaps it's interesting, but I could focus on the customized support, and it's really my contribution today, and I think in the ideation phase, to help projects and builders of projects to discuss and to securize the idea to find customers at the end of the process. I think our experience on that could clearly be interesting to secure you and to go quickly on your target. The Mundi ecosystem is really important to understand the different level of interactions that we have with our partners and probably you in the future. You see here the different part of the classic platform with data, infrastructure, platform, and the marketplace in our case. Our partners could provide different elements, the specific data. In your project, you have different small objects, small flying objects. Then you could provide new data in our catalog. You could also provide specific tools to work easily with this new data providing. These tools can be an easily access to this data, but also could be new algorithm or improvement of existing algorithm, etc. The typology of tools is very large. And at the end of the chain, with the marketplace, for sure, we could expose new applications developed by you or your partners to go on the market. It's really the idea to propose a position just after the incubation phase with laboratory centers, for example, to provide an easily platform to grow the idea in laboratory to the business. Our collection is free to use. Our data collection from Copernicus is free. We have an interest on that. Is each part of the globe is monitored each week with data free of charge. Sorry, back. And we have an archive, an active archive in warm storage from 4 years at this time. And it's really interesting to know that, because when we combine all of these elements, we could imagine complementary monitoring services to have a monitoring of events and have additional information from a small flying objects. For example, if you provide a very high resolution, for example, it's really interesting to go on that when an event is indicated, to have an efficiency on the cost, because to have a monitor each week is really high for customers. Then we could propose on our position complementary business model. The precision of this data is around 10 meters. Then it's not very precise, but to monitor all the Earth is really interesting. I think it's not interesting today to detail this part. We could do that in the two sessions of ideation. I think it's probably more interesting. Then we have different tools dedicated on the platform to manipulate images or other. After we have for sure Natos Business Accelerator is his name, to help you to imagine what is your business, and if it's clearly an attempt on the market or not, and how to go on the market. It's clearly a big problem for small companies, and it's really a value that I want to propose on that. We can have different actions to propose to help you. The migration, for sure, to go from the idea to the industrialization. How to build an application. It's really important in line with a big market targeted to build a robust solution with good components, and for sure marketing and consulting support. And actually we have done this work to combine all of these parts with specific teams that I lead today, and we could provide all the chain of these actions. And at the end, we could imagine a business model where, if you want, go here, is to sell the application from the marketplace, and the same idea that an Android market or an Apple Store, it's the same model. We could have actions on the commercial side from Atos, and contract with customers, and share the revenues with the different partners grow embedded on each application. Sorry. To understand we have a large scope of capabilities to go on the markets. Atos don't do all of elements on an infinitive market. We have a strategic market. Here you can see the markets where we are interesting to go with our commercial teams on agriculture, insurance, homeland and security, and environment. It's really interesting because it's really large. In these 4 domains, we are sure that we could have help from commercial persons, commercial people around the world, and we are sure that we could push very actively new applications and new partners. So it's interesting to know it's not the only sector where we could provide solutions, but here I'm sure that we could have a very pushy actions. We have different programs to help partners to grow. The first is really it's the moment and in the two past years really axes on the production applications already exist, and how to bring them quickly on the market. With you, we are more on prototype and validation phases to have a complementarity support to help to grow a R&D project and validate on the market, and after go on a production side. Then I have finished. I hope to be clear, and don't hesitate to ask me if necessary. With pleasure, I will answer.
Thank you very much, Laurent, for this presentation. It is clear and very interesting. We really believe in Ufo that the combination of partners is the key for SMEs, but it's also essential for us. So by partnering with Atos, we want to provide you the best resources possible for your project. Just as a reminder, you can also ask questions. So we'll try to answer all of them. And now we are lucky, we have Nicolas, the animator of the ideation session, that joined us. So I will let the floor to Nicolas so he can present himself, and we'll let him open his microphone and his camera so we can say hello to everybody.
Hello,
Hi,
everybody.
Nicolas,
I
the
hope
floor is yours.
sound is okay.
Thank you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Perfect. Well, nice to meet you all. My name is Nicolas Levi. I'm a co-founder of Citizen, which is a boutique agency that works in collective intelligence. And we've been tasked to help you create consortiums and teams and new ideation for the UFO program. So we will see, hopefully all of you, most of you, on the 3rd of December and the 7th of December, on which we'll organize roundtables based on the challenges that you are identifying at the moment, so that you can create new ideas and build upon the strength of each company. So this will be, I don't want to give you too much spoiler because it will hopefully be a fun day, but the goal will be to create some small pitches and also help you get to know more people from the collective group that is going to be there, so that you know which ones have the strength that you don't have. So it will be also about sharing and meeting people. We'll organize little roundtables, so you'll be not as like today is all of us in the same room, so you speak either not or a 90th of the time. So this will be an interactive session next week. Tade, is there any aspect that you wanted me to go over specifically?
No, I think it was good to present yourself so everybody can see you and well know you a bit more so they can prepare for the coming session. Thanks for taking the time with us today. It's really appreciated.
Cool.
Well, so if you, yes, go.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say a little teaser if you want to know. We'll offer an optional exercise next week, which will be to try to find bad ideas. So we're gonna try to make it a bit fun and have inspiration from techniques from design thinking on agility. And one of the ideas will be to create bad ideas, and then from these bad ideas transform them into good projects. So if you want to prepare, just think about the worst ways to do what you want to do, how to destroy the planet, how to fail economically. That will get you set up for next session.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Hopefully those ideas will not come to an end, but it's nice for you so you can think about this. Well, people, this is very interesting. Let me invite all the speakers to open the camera, and we go on with the last part of the presentation, which are the Q&A. So if all of, David, Panayotis, Laurent, if you want to share. So I have some few. Thank you very much for your time today. It is really appreciated. Let me open it too. Okay, thank you very much for taking the time today. It is really appreciated. So let's start with the first question for you, Panayotis. SME, can an SME actually apply for more than one proposal?
Yes, one SME can apply for more than one proposals. However, the total amount of money that the SME is going to ask shouldn't be more than the limit of 60,000 euros in the case that addresses also a demonstration project. I mean, the meaning is this. We have a cutoff limit, let's say, not to fund any SME with more than 60,000 euros. So if an SME applies for two, let's say, demonstration projects with 60,000 euros for each, and they are successful, then we will have to fund this SME with 120,000 euros. That's not allowed by the program, by the project. So one SME can apply at the maximum of 60,000 euros, respecting the budget cut-offs of each voucher. Can be 60,000 euros, let's say, and if the SME want to apply for a market and business development and the demonstration project, then she has to put 20,000 at the market and business development, no more yet, because this is the upper limit, and 40,000 to the demonstration project. I don't know if if something else want to be clarified on this case.
I think it is very clear indeed. Thank you for clarification. Well, one question for David, actually, that can be nice to reaffirm. Well, some SMEs want to ask about the possibility to meet other SMEs. So just to make it clear that we are preparing some ideation session for them to meet. Is that the purpose, David? No, we cannot hear you, David. Yeah.
That's one of the purpose, as Nicolas said. It's yes, it's a great opportunity to meet people and to discover what other companies, SMEs are doing. But it's also an opportunity to discover methodology that Nicolas presented to you, and it's quite a funny approach, but it's very interesting to discover this methodology too. And the last aspect is to use digital tools to work together. And I'm sure that is very important at this time to appropriate this kind of tools and to work like that. So first of all, yes, the main goal is to know each other and to know what we can do together.
Thank you very much. Just to make it clear for some SME. Well, Panayotis, I have another question for you. We mentioned about a number of an amount of funding possible with UFO. The question is, do we have a percentage limit for the budget? Is the funding allowing 100%, 60%, 50% of the project?
The funding is 100% of the expenses. We fund all the expenses that are done up to the limit of the 60,000 euros. For the demonstration, for 20,000 euros for the business market and business development, and up to 30,000 euros for the feasibility study.
Thank you. So it can be 100%, no problem.
Certainly.
Can two SME come from the same country?
Yes, they can do. Just they don't get the advantage of the cross-border, let's say, criterion, which will give a boost, a final boost to the scoring. But certainly they can do. Yeah.
Yeah, the purpose still remains to fund the best project possible. But as a European project, we want to contribute to the cross-border ones. We have a question here. I understand that the minimum of the project needs two SMEs. Well, the person understood that it has to be a technological companies involving with a market company. Can we elaborate on the market company?
Elaborate meaning what?
Explaining, is it really a division on those two SMEs for each? One have to be technological and one have to be market, or it can be different, or if it have to be divided?
Well, the idea is to have one SME from the technology side and one SME from the market side. However, we're not going to be extremely strict in this, I think, Thade. It's a consortium decision, this one. We want to fund the best proposals, and however, the proposals have to address one business, let's say, challenge in the emerging markets, and it should be a technology SME and the SME from this market. But we can be a bit, let's say, flexible to this. But this is the main idea. It's also a consortium thing. What do you think, Thade? I think this is how we have decided as a consortium, something like this.
Totally. Yeah, totally. We just said a question to make it clear for everybody, so we don't restrict on the kind of SME. If we need some more information, what is a market SME? Well, we do have an open mind on the partners, of the consortium. One question for Laurent, small one. Is Atos a SME? Someone's asking if you're a SME. No. So can you describe what is your structure? So just
we are an international company with more of 100,000 people inside. Then we are not an SME. We could not have fundings on this project, but it's not the objective.
Just to clarify that Atos is not SME, that everybody will be on the same level of equity for this project.
Sorry, on this point, let's say to make, I mean, everyone can go to see the rules from the community, from the European Union, but an SME, it's a company that has a staff headcount below 250 people and turnover below to 50 million euros. and the balance sheet below to 43 million euros. So these are the main assumptions, rules for a company to be considered as SME. Below 250 people, below 50 million euros in sales, and below 43 million euros in balance sheets.
Thank you. Also, one other question, maybe you can go on with this, Panayotis. Does the funding count as the minimi aid?
I think it's not in the minimi, but we have to clarify and come again to this. I would say that it's not in the minimis rule, but we will check on this again.
Yeah, no, it's not on the minimi. It's
not. Yeah, okay. It's not.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think we did this question in the first, in the beginning. I mean, did you? Okay. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, no worry, it's not.
Okay, it's not. Fine.
Well, could a SME go on its own as a single applicant?
No, it cannot go as a single applicant, as it is right now, unless until to the. I mean, next Friday, because we had a discussion in the consortium and with the project officer, we had a discussion that maybe for the market and business development voucher, we may accept one SME. But this is not done yet. This is not sure. As we are going right now, we are with 2 SMEs. Certainly and definitely there are going to be 2 SMEs for the feasibility and for the demonstration vouchers. Maybe we can accept 1 SME for the market and business development, but this is not the case. It will be, if it is, it will be seen and will in the application form.
Thank you. David, one question about the SOFA platform. Do we need like a super powerful computer? Like someone's asking if we need to get the big set for the SOFA platform.
No, you can download the software SOFA very quickly, and it's very easy to install and to use. So, as I said, you can go, you can come to the SOFA vestibule to initiate your training on the software, and you will see that it's really easy to use.
Thank you. And maybe we go with the last question, and then I will conclude this webinar. I think an hour 20 is nice for taking time this morning. Panayotis, is it possible for SME to participate in more than one phase during the program? For instance, feasibility, demonstration, market research. Like it's a bit it's a complement of the first question. Can SME make more than one application, but can they participate in more than one voucher?
Yes, it can, with the limit of the 60,000 euros asking for funding.
So for 2 projects in the same time, they can apply.
Yeah, certainly.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, one last question, kind of relevant. Is the UK exit from the EU likely to affect the involvement of the UK SME? Maybe I can answer this, and the answer is no. SME, UK gave money to the Horizon 2020 from where we got our funding. So all SMEs involved in the project will stay in the project, and there should not be any problem. The only thing that might happen is about the GDPR regulation, but for now, the UK keep the same regulation for the data, for the management of data, personal data, as the European one. So transferred is okay, and it will not be used against anyone's will. So if it's okay, yeah, that's something.
Just to add on this, I think that also the British government has made an agreement with the European Union that all the projects that they are running and they are going to whatever to do it to support. Even if they had to pay some money, they will do it. So I mean, for the projects that they're running, there is an agreement between UK and the European Union that they will continue even funding if they need to fund something.
Yeah, totally. So there is no worry about SME in UK.
Yeah.
So let me share the last presentation, the last slide of presentation. Okay. Now, here, so just to complete the presentation we had today, I can invite you all to register to those ideation sessions. You can do so by clicking on the link I just said, or take your phone and scan the QR code. This will redirect directly to the registration page, where you will be able to select the edition session you want to participate in, and then you will be able to choose one or more sessions. You will see the time, the topics, and the animators there. So just to conclude, if you want to say something, Panayotis, David, Laurent.
Yes, I have a proposition to do. If you want to search the SOFA software, be careful. There is a physics framework which is called SOFA 2. So it's not the tool. You will make animation with it, but you have to precise SOFA platform to find the software.
Yeah, and an easy way to do is to register to the session. So when you will register, you will get a confirmation mail with the right link to download SOFA. Is okay for every speaker. You want to add something?
No, thank you so much.
Thank you all for participation today, and also for the participant. It was a nice moment. Just to remind you that if you have more questions, you can ask on the mail directly. We have a contact, ufoproject.eu, where you will be directly in contact with us. And on this, I wish you a nice day. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.